most people think that people are just going to take the day off, right? And you're pushing the envelope, which is the number one thing, right, that we need when we're going to do something, right? I mean, you're building it from 6,000 miles away, right? No excuses. See, when I was, for the people that don't know me, I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, right? That's what I did as a career, right? I taught that, right? I've been doing that for 24, 25 years, right? Check this out, right? It's been a minute now. Albie can relate to me, hey man, right? David is talking about, right, having a reason. And why I say, right, what it is that I did in the past, because people would be like, oh man, you're a professional MMA fighter, that's wild, right? And in my mind, it's like, yeah, it's pretty scary to me, but there's some way tougher people out there. You know, they're doing these Iron Man and crazier things, right? Like they're competing against nature. I'm just duking it out with somebody like we used to do, right, in the backyard. And there's somebody to protect us there, right? Is gonna get me off of them, or they're gonna get them off of me, right? If I'm the one on the losing end that night, you know? But there's always somebody that's tougher doing more than you. That was always my mindset, right? For example, I'm from Florida, right? And I'm visiting family again. I'm taking the month off, sort of saying, right? Because I'm traveling in an RV, thanks to Think, that it gave me the opportunity to be a real digital nomad, right? But here in Florida, I can't help anybody, right? Just like David from out there. And people are like, wow, you made it happen, right? My mindset is the same. There's people doing it from another country, right? Have tougher circumstances than I do. So why do I share that is because the reason I was able to become a jiu-jitsu black belt, right? Like I'm the asthmatic kid out of the group, you know, I'm the guy that wasn't supposed to be an athlete. But it's because I had that mindset. I just competed against myself. I never compared my situation to anyone else because I was very weak. So if I would have compared myself to somebody, right? I mean, what if my potential was actually more also than the person that I'm comparing myself to? I'll never be able to, right, to find that out. So, okay, now I know exactly where I am. You want to know where you are, right? And then where you want to get to. You chose ThinkEnergy, right, as your vehicle to get you, right, from point A to point B, right? All of us. So now what do we need to do is to know, okay, why am I choosing this business, right? Truly understanding what is the fastest growing industry in the world right now, artificial intelligence. Number two, crypto. Now we're with ThinkEnergy, right, with ThinkPlus, because we're the people that are powering everything that we need. So now I understand, wow, I'm going to get in this vehicle and become a professional, right? And it doesn't matter how long it's going to take me, right? They talk about why. Why are you going to do this? Why are you going to pick up the phone and if somebody, right, is not helping you out, right? Your family member, you're like, what, right? But you know exactly why it is that you're doing this, and that's not going to hold you back, right? So that's why when you build a list, you want to build a list that is long and strong. And remember, guys, this is simply to jumpstart your business. Let me ask you this question. Let's say if everybody on your phone list, right, said yes to you. Awesome. And then what? Does the McDonald's owner, right, like, okay, I sold 10,000 burgers, like, cool. You got to do it again and again, right? Right? So now I have a mindset, right, that this is just to launch your business, let people know what it is that you're doing, right? Is everybody going to stop at your sandwich shop to buy it? No. How many times do we walk into a restaurant and we look at the menu right in front of the owner and we're like, just walk right out. Thank you. Right? It's part of the game. So now when we understand that and take network marketing, the name out of it, it's business, family, right? Now you're able to take that stigma off of yourself. And all I'm sharing with you is what I've felt in the past, right? And here's the crazy thing. My mom has earned millions in network marketing before. I saw uncashed checks. It was crazy. This is when I was competing, when I was fighting, right? I would see her house full of like these like kind of weird people, but everybody was cool and fired up always. and there were like uncashed 90,000 checks. I remember this around 2005, 6, 7. 90,000, 13,000. It was wild, right? This time. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then I jumped into this industry, right? Years later when I retired from fighting. But my ego was too high and I had a small bank account. And I felt like, oh, like it was like this little thing. So don't be like me, guys, right? Like I saw it work before and I was like myself just being, weird about it. And then I was like, okay, I just need to be a professional of this. There's a certain set of skills that we need to learn. And once we learn those, you just repeat that for the rest of your career, right? Know why you're doing this business. Build a list to launch your business, right? Because after that, right, you're going to have to keep meeting and shaking hands. You go to networking events, right? You're just meeting people. And don't try to sell to everybody, guys. Just go out there. Just before you joined this business, you were super normal and you could meet people on the streets. Keep doing the same thing. When it's time, you're going to reach out to them, guys, right? Be able to offer the service and be able to start building your business, right? Because there, in the time that you're putting in with this, you have to learn this skill, right, of planting your seeds and then, right, watering them. There's people that came into my business, guys, because I followed up with them for about 17, 18 months. Conversations. A follow-up is not every single time. Hey man, you ready to buy? You ready to be my customer? You ready to join? Sometimes the follow-up is, hey, I just saw your kids on Facebook, right? They're doing awesome in that crazy baseball little league that they're in. Awesome. Because there's someone else with some other opportunity, right? And 30 other people that are trying to get them onto doing their deal. And then when they're ready, guys, right? Because I just mentioned they have kids. Things are crazy here in the United States. They keep printing money out here, right? $20 doesn't buy what it used to anymore. When they're ready to bring extra income, it doesn't matter where, because they're getting hit from every angle, they're going to come to Albie. Because he remembered them. He's like, hey, congrats on that thing. Like, because everybody's trying to sell, guys, right? We're all trying to sell, but nobody likes to be sold. It's the craziest thing, but when we simplify it and we understand, it's just a muscle, guys. I've been doing this industry 10 years. I didn't just start. So that's what I can share with you guys, as we move forward. Have a strong reason and build your list, guys. There's people in my list. Look, have it right here. Another list. Look at this paper, right? Like hitting that list, guys, right? Another list. Always with me. So guys, build that list long and strong. It's a living thing, right? As you meet people, add names to that list. And, start what I would say for the new people, start with a list of 25 people just to start. Put 10 of those that want to do the business, the hungry ones, put everybody. And then another 10 that will just be your customers. And then I call the other 5 is like your wild card. Everybody that makes money, the entrepreneurs that you're kind of nervous to, or actually not kind of, you're terrified to ask them, right? Put those 5 people in there too. And then don't hit anyone up. And if the first 5 people, guys, say no to you, just don't call anyone else because you're doing something wrong. Remember, you're going to be bad before you're good, and then you're going to be good before you're great, and then you're going to be great before you're exceptional.